You're listening to the Daily Sales Tips Podcast, and I'm your host, Scott Ingram. Today, Jeff Bajorek is back with some more greatness. Check this out.
Hey, just calling to touch base with you about the proposal I sent you last week. How silly does that sound? Now, I really want you to think about it. I want you to think about it from the recipient's point of view. How silly does that sound that you wanted to see if they saw the thing that they didn't want in the first place, but you left them? Or maybe it was a proposal, and maybe it's sitting there on their desk. If they really wanted to look at it, if it was really interesting to them, if it was really something that was important, would they even let you have the opportunity to just call and touch base and follow up? Give me a break. Think about the words that you use when you talk to your prospects. Now, a long time ago, I don't even have the video anymore. It's on the website, top1.fm/daily sales tips. You can see one of the earliest episodes that I recorded for this show, and it says your customers will not allow you to waste their time twice. You have to bring value at every interaction. And I want to reprise that a little bit for the sake of follow-up, because sometimes you need to say things more than once in order for them to hit home. Don't be selfish. I'm calling to touch base with you is selfish. If they wanted to have their base touched, they wouldn't give you the opportunity to do it. They would call you. If you were that interesting, they would be more interested. But if you're not interesting, they're not going to be. You should never have to follow up either, because the best time to make an appointment for the next interaction is while you're in the meeting you're in right now. I don't need to tell you that, but some of you still need to hear it. Now, what I want you to think about doing is thinking of a reason to actually call them. Give them a reason to want to listen to your message. And when you give them a reason to want to listen to your message, when you always are known as someone who's got something worth hearing, people are going to take your calls more often. They're going to want to schedule those meetings more often. They're going to look forward to hearing from you instead of you chasing your tail and trying to follow up, touch base, catch up, reconnect. Don't lose connection in the first place, and you won't have a problem reconnecting. And if you always have something worth hearing, you're never going to lose that connection in the first place. Now, in the spirit of following up, I want to go back a few tips, 6, 7 maybe, that I've given you here. And I want to ask you about how your LinkedIn recommendations are going. Did you do that? Did you send a handful of recommendations to some of your closest confidants and your closest connections to make their day and hopefully make yours? Were any of them reciprocated? That's not the reason that you do it, but sometimes that happens and it makes you feel good too. If you're willing to say things about other colleagues and even competitors of yours in the space, the whole profession gets lifted up, and that is your responsibility as a member of that profession. So remember these 2 things. Always, always, always bring value, especially on your follow-up. Have a reason that they should take your call. Have something that is worth them hearing on your voicemail. Direct them to an article that you saw. Direct them to another piece of content maybe that will help them in their quest or in their business. Maybe it's not even related to the thing that you're working on with them, but hey, I saw this and I thought of you. And secondly, remember to take care of others in our profession, because we love this place and it's our responsibility to make it better. So say nice things about other people who do it. And I'll be back here very soon.
Clearly, Jeff is a pro at always bringing value. Hopefully, we can layer on that a little bit and make this easy for you. At dailysales.tips/194, we'll have links to the other 2 earlier tips that Jeff mentioned in today's tip. Then be sure to check in with us tomorrow. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. But I think you'll find a lot of value in what's coming next from James Muir. Thanks for listening.